and am if the object becomes I and the remaining personal pronoun subject it is are. And if it is the simple present, the simple past or the preterite, the changes which occur here is what? Then it is was or were. If we take, for example, the object which become the subject of the passive, after it we have was or were. Was if it is I and at the third person singular, he or she or it, and the other personal pronouns or subject it is were plus the past participle of the verb. And if it is the present progressive, it is am or is or are plus the past participle of the verb. Then after being used, the object of the active which becomes subject of the passive voice. And after that, if we take, for example, the past progressive, well, was or were, then after using the object which becomes subject plus being plus the past participle of the verbs, and it is the same case as the present progressive, then it is being or am being or are being plus the past participle of the verb. The changes of the main changes I'm dealing with. Okay, and if you take, for example, the simple feature, the sentence, any type of sentence, with the simple feature, if you use, for example, the object which becomes subject of the passive, it is will be plus the past participle of the verbs, then you get it correct. And after it, we have the present conditional conjugated with would plus the infinitive -2. Then we take the object and it is would be plus the past participle of the verb, and the past conditional it is would have been plus the past participle of the verb, and the present perfect it is has been or have been plus the past participle of the verb. And after it we have the past perfect. The past perfect, if you use the object which becomes subject of the passive, it is had been with all the personal pronoun subject and with all the nouns. It is had been plus the past participle of the verb. Then and with the modal auxiliaries, it is simple. If you see, for example, can, it is can be plus the past participle of the verb. If you take, for example, must, it is must be plus the past participle of the verb. You take may, it is may be plus the past participle of the verb. And you take should, then it is should be plus the past participle of the verb. This is the main changes then with the different tenses. If you keep it in your mind, you will not suffer from turning the active sentence to the passive sentence. Now we are going to deal with the active sentence with two objects. So we are going to deal with the big three active sentence, active sentence with two objects. With two objects. Then here there are some sentences, which can have two objects. The examples that we use to give here, it is with just one object. And here we are going to see in case the active sentence have two objects, what to do. Okay, active voice. He, example, he asked me a ruler. He asked me a ruler. Here we have an active sentence, subject plus verbs conjugated into the simple past plus object number 1 and object number 2. In case the active verbs then has 2 objects here, then what to do? For this types of sentence, we can have two possibilities for the passive voice. The first possibility, we can use the object number 1, and the second possibility, we can use the object number 2. Then we are going to take the case of the use of the object number 1. The me becomes I. We are going to make a list then of the cases of pronouns for that. Okay, I, after I, then here the object becomes yes, subject here. It is the the to be conjugated into the verb, the active verb tense, and here it's conjugated into the simple past. Then I was asked. Then I was asked a ruler by him. This is the first possibility. Then I was asked a pen, a ruler by him. Conjugated into the simple past. To be is conjugated into the simple past plus the past participle of the verb. The second possibility, we can use the second object. In case we use the second object, it is a ruler. Then a ruler was asked. Okay, we introduce to me by him. Here we use the second object of the active, which becomes subject here in the passive voice, and after it we use was. Why? Because the verb in the active is conjugated into the simple past plus the past participle of the verb. And here the remark is that if we use the second object, we must put to, then to me, meaning that to plus now the object number 1 plus the essence. This is what we can say as far as the active sentence with 2 objects is concerned.